I'm Pravin, part of Dhan team. Firstly, good morning to you. I hope you are having an awesome year, which is 2023. This year starts from Team Dhan as a special year with an awesome platform from us, which is option trading on web, along with the custom strategy builder. But before we talk about this particular product or this particular platform, I want to say thank you for all the suggestions, all the feedbacks, all the criticisms, all the improvements that our community, our traders, our users, and everyone whom we have met over the past 1 year have given us to make sure we are building Dhan in a way that would be an awesome platform for you to come on every day, trade and invest. Before we move ahead, I just want to make sure that we walk together through the journey of building Dhan. It's been over a year and an awesome year that it was. We loved taking feedback from you. We loved shipping products that you want. But for a moment, let's just step back and try to understand how this industry started and why we are building Dhan in the first place. Before we step ahead, let's just step back and look at the entire evolution of stockbroking in India. I'm sure most of you know that BSE is one of the oldest stock exchanges in the world, in fact, the oldest in Asia. And so, with that, this industry itself is around 150 plus year old. And lots has changed in the industry over the past few years. But just to step back and see, okay, how did it all start? There were traditional stockbrokers who used to go to the ring every day and trade on behalf of their clients. What happened next? Some of them figured out the opportunity of going ahead and introducing sub brokers or branches across the country where they were bringing retail clients, okay, all offline mode, okay, and onboarding clients to get them introduced to their investment journey, either as investors or as traders. What happened next? Banks saw this as an opportunity because they had ready-made distribution. They went ahead and introduced investing as a product via their branches. Then this continued for quite some years, okay? And people figured out what are the USPs to build this business. And one of the USPs was how much margin or how much leverage do you provide. I'm sure some of you who have been in the business for a long time would recollect that there was a time where a particular broker would offer you to trade up to 25 times of the money that you put on the table. For example, if you offered 1 lakh, you can probably trade for 25 lakhs. And then the second USP was obviously, okay, how do I better it? So second stockbroker will come on the platform and say, hey, let me offer you 50x of that leverage. But over the period, what has happened is, interestingly, most of this margin or leverage has moved out and it has now become a standard. The current thing that most of us talk about is pricing or discount broking. But if you really step back and look at it, okay, discount broking has been there for a decade. So for us who entered the stockbroking industry, possibly the last entrant in this industry, we thought about this, what is that we're going to bring unique onto stockbroking or stock investing platforms. Our thought process was very, very simple. We want to basically make sure we do what customers or what investors or what traders want. And we have been following this industry for quite some time. And we saw this opportunity that people are asking for better investing and trading products. So if you have noticed, anything that we ship to you on Dhan, be it the smallest of feature or be it a new platform, the core thing that all of us work together is to make sure it's a brilliant product backed by awesome technology. And we make sure the customer experience that we provide to you, be it on the app, on the web, or any of our platforms, or even when you interact with our customer service, is top notch. That's what our focus has been, to make sure that you get an incredibly awesome investing and trading experience on Dhan. So this is our journey on Dhan so far. What we are showing you is a number of new users who are coming onto the platform and trading on Dhan. In September, when we launched, we were the last platform to be in the market, so we were ranked at the bottom. As of today, we are ranked at number 30 in terms of active investing folks on Dhan. You'd see we launched in September. It was a private beta. We went ahead and opened the platform for everyone on Muhurat Trading Day in November 2021. After that, as a startup, we were a bit overconfident. We went on board or probably overboard with marketing and tried to put our app in front of lots of users. Okay, so you will see there's a jump in December, Jan, and February. What we didn't realize that most of the users who were coming onto the platform were just exploring and were not using us. And that was probably a bit heartbreaking for us. So in month of February, we took a call that we step back and we start building features that users are asking us and not put things that we wanted to show in front of users, which is where we flipped. Our customer journey after February was more in line with building what users want than probably taking our bets. You see, in month of January, which is almost 10 days now, we already are seeing 3x the number of users that we have got on the platform on the month of October. And we think this momentum will continue with your support. So the journey of building Dhan with you was feature by feature, platform by platform. And let's just step back and see how did we go about it. In very early days of Dhan, we realized that most of our users are spending a lot of time on charts and trading view charts, to be very, very specific. They are building their studies, they are looking at indicators, they are up late night looking at charts and trying to make sure they get the strategy right for the next day so that they can start preparing to take a trade the very next day when the market opens. We looked at that and we thought it's an opportunity for us to go and partner with the best. With that, we launched our integration on tv.dhan.co in the month of December. And it has been an awesome journey with them. They have been incredible partners to us, and we have been very lucky to have them with our journey as we try to build Dhan with TradingView. The next what we did was surprising for many of the folks with whom we interact. We launched our API product, which is DhanHQ.co, early in our journey in February. And the reason why we are able to ship faster is that we have an API for everything at Dhan. And that is the sole reason why we ship faster, we iterate faster, we rebuild faster, and we take your feedback and try to make sure every product that we launch finds a product market fit as quickly as we can. Next, in our journey of building Dhan, we also went ahead and acquired a Surat-based edtech company called Valuationary, which we later rebranded as Upsurge. What we have also done in this journey is something that we thought we could never pick up, is launching India's first app, which is built exclusively for option traders. We did that in mid 2022, and the journey on that has been extraordinary. We get lots of benefit from having option traders on our platform and lots of insights, and especially for today, the entire idea of building a custom strategy builder has come from those users who have been on our options trading platform. We went ahead and what we realized that the more we spoke to our users, the more we got better. And to extend this officially, we went ahead and launched Dhan Meet and Greet events. Till date, we have done events in 10 cities. We have personally interacted with around 3,000 plus traders across India, okay? And these are in-person meetings, apart from the ones that we get on feedback, suggestions, community, Twitter, and all the platforms. One thing led to other, and if you notice, we recently launched Traders Anthem, and everything that we learned about traders in these interactions came back to us as a feedback, which we put it on to a Traders Anthem. And we must thank everyone who have given immense love to this particular video from our side. I think as of today, we have around 13 million plus views of Traders Anthem on Twitter and on YouTube put together. In our journey to make Dhan better, we also went ahead and introduced margin trading facility, MTF, on both web and on app. And I can tell you, most of the swing traders who are on Dhan at this point of time absolutely love this product. We went ahead and extended our relationship with TradingView even further by being the first stockbroker in India that allows you to connect to tradingview.com and place your transactions directly from from TradingView itself. So all the features that you helped us build or you asked us to build, has that resulted in something awesome? Okay, look at the amount of transactions that we are processing at this point of time. We have grown 55x over the last year alone. We often get asked, are we the largest? The answer to that is clearly no. We are very early in our journey. Most of our competition is around for a decade, and there is lots for us to come from, and there's lots for us to build. And are we at 1 million transactions? The answer to that is no. Okay, but we are also very happy that we feel that number is going to be around very, very soon. So the journey seems very easy. It looks that we are growing, but let me tell you, it was not. We have shipped almost every week and feature or something that you will appreciate in your trading journey or even in your investing journey. People have always come back to us with feedback, suggestions, and I can tell you on any given day from the time that we have really picked up, we get almost 250 plus suggestions, feedback, notes, emails from you. And we try to make sure we collate all the feedback, put it on a roadmap and make sure we build it, okay, whenever it's possible for us to build. And as a result of that, when we say Dhan, we are building together, you'll see some of the most incredible features have come because it was suggested by our users. Let me just highlight few of them. Dhan was the first platform to build instant withdrawals from you. Your money, you want it, you go to the app and you request when you want it. And we try to make sure that you get the money in your bank account in the next few minutes. We also introduced something that is very unique for Indian market, which is Traders Diary, a place where traders can take notes on their trades every day and also see realized, unrealized PNL for the positions that they exit. Apart from that, we also introduced trader controls, where now almost 47% of traders who are on Dhan use at least one trading control when they trade. We also introduced updates to DhanHQ library. We also introduced updates to TradingView in our journey. And also the most awesome feature that people really like, especially when it comes to TradingView users, was the ability for us to connect to tradingview.com and take trades from there. We also released our product roadmap for 2023. And the first thing that we shipped for the year was the 2023 last edition design for Dhan mobile app, which we will soon extend to the option trading app as well. So when traders started using Dhan, I mentioned earlier, in our early journey, people were just coming on the platform, exploring and not trading. And when we started shipping features and products that people were asking for us, or traders specifically asking for us, we have seen trades per user on Dhan going up from the time that we started building features that they want. I think at this point of time, we have reached a place where we see a massive amount of stickiness of users, especially traders on our platform. At Dhan, we ship features and products that traders and investors ask us to ship. We probably are one of the only brokers who continue to take feedback from our users and actively ship features that they request for. Now, let me just show you a list of all the features that we have shipped for you in the last 12 months. This is a big list of features, and total put together, I'm sure there are more than 70 plus features out here. What you see out here, again, is the summary list, but if you look at some features are highlighted and some of them are not. The ones which are highlighted specifically in orange colors are the ones that have been requested by our users or community members, or have come from any feedback or suggestions that we have. As we always say, Dhan gets better every day because we try to make sure we ship things that you ask for. And at any point of time, almost 80% of our product roadmap is as a result of things that our users ask us to build. Now, let's quickly summarize what we have done so far in the past 15 months. At Dhan, we have shipped 6 incredibly awesome product features or platforms for you, which includes Dhan app, Dhan web, Dhan options trading app, DhanHQ APIs, tv.dhan.co, which is Dhan's own TradingView console, and also ability to make sure you trade from tradingview.com. That's the journey so far. For the rest of the year, which is 2023, we plan to bring around 10 product updates for you. One thing that we have been requested for a very, very long time is mutual funds. We're already working on mutual funds, and we expect to bring that in the first half of 2023, or probably even sooner than that. We are working on a product for scalpers. We are also working to make two more initiatives on top of TradingView. A product for scanners, also trying to bring US stocks or international investing for you onto Dhan, and also enable NRI investing on our platform. This is our wish list or our things to do. Again, a lot of this has been requested by our users, and we hope that in the year 2023, we continue to ship as faster as we can, just like we did in 2022. It has been an incredible year. Once again, I want to thank all of you from Team Dhan. We expect the same love, support, suggestions, feedback will continue in the year 2023 as well. And we will continue to engage with you across all our channels. And we expect to also meet a lot of you in person when we restart our Dhan meet and greet events. I'm sure most of you today are looking forward to the launch that we are here for, which is the option trading web with custom strategy builders. We launched the app last year, but one continuous feedback that we got from everyone, which was the missing piece on our platform, was the strategy builder. And for that, I have my colleague Naman, who's now ready to take you through the new product and help you discover a lot more that we are bringing on the platform and more. Okay. With that, handing over to Naman.
Thanks, PJ. And hello, everyone. We understand how difficult it is to get options data like charts or option chain at one platform, create a strategy at another, and do its IV and OI analysis at some other place, and then execute it all together on a broker terminal. And to do it all, you need to take a paid subscription of all these platforms separately. These are the few issues to this, right? A, this is time consuming. B, it is costly. You're paying a lot over and above you pay to execute a trade. And C, it is annoying. I know the experience is poor. This thought was always intriguing us, why options traders have to hop on multiple tabs to just execute a strategy. We want to solve for this. Just as PJ mentioned, we intensively and extensively focus on solving problems with technology and product and provide top-class experience for traders and investors. Here we are with the first version of Options Trader with Strategy Builder. The main sections are Markets, Strategy Builder, the hero feature of this product, pre-built strategies, underlying detailed page for FNO stocks and tradable index, orders and position management tabs in the app. Let's quickly go through all. We will first talk about our main feature, Strategy Builder. We have pinned Nifty, Bank Nifty and Fin Nifty here on top. You can quickly hop between any of the three. The reason to keep them here is no-brainer. They are the most tradable instruments in the Indian market. A search icon if you need to build a strategy of any other instrument. The selected underlying and its LTP and quick shortcut to open tv.dhan.co, full screen chart and advanced option chain. Below you have the legs of the strategy. We preload bull call spread by default. You can change all the primary inputs of these legs from here, like transaction type, expiry, strike price, option type, lot and price. You can change the sequence of the leg by simply drag and drop. There are few actions you can do for a leg like see market depth, add to watch list or basket, see its chart, set price alert or simply delete it. Now if you want to add a leg to a strategy, you can do it in two ways. Click here on the add new. A compact version of future and option chain will open. Add legs as per your strategy and it's done. Another way to add a strategy, click on the checkbox of the gray row, make the changes as per your strategy and click on the plus button. You want to delete the complete strategy, select all the legs and click on the delete icon. If you want to create a ready-made popular strategy, open fast create and load any strategy from the list. Also, you can select the product type of the order from here. Below you have a multiplier, one click button to save a basket or execute it. Also, before you execute, you can see the margin requirement to successfully execute this strategy. Next, on the right side, you can see the payoff graph of the strategy. If you want to see the open interest on top of the payoff graph, press this drop down, select show open interest. Next is P&L table. You have P&L in tabular form. Select strategy with the line chart of underline and multi-strike OI. You can add more legs in the input section and see its OI line chart. You can change the target price and target date of the strategy and adjust its IV from here. Next, a unique and important feature here is strategy snaps. It captures the current state of your work on the strategy. Like if I want to save this particular state, I will click here. And now after few modifications, or if I want to be ready with the adjustments in my strategy, I will change the leg and capture this state in tab 2. I can reload the previous snap by clicking on tab 1. This is how it is done. This can be very helpful if you track multiple strategies together or you want to be ready with the strategy adjustments. One important point I want to tell you all the prices are in real time and updates as the change happens. Let's go to the home page, that is markets. You have a pinned Nifty, Bank Nifty and Fin Nifty here with their LTP and quick shortcuts for option chain, future and option snapshot. If you have any open position, you can see PNL and a snapshot of your positions here. And movers and gainers for options, futures and stocks. Besides, on the left side, there is an input box for the market outlook. Based on your view of the market, we show you the ready-made strategies. You can execute this, save as basket or open this in the builder and do analysis. Next is pre-built. We have classified the ready-made strategies in bullish, bearish, non-directional and any directional strategies. You will have a list of strategies again. You either execute this, save as basket or open this in builder. We have pinned Nifty, Bank Nifty and Fin Nifty, or you can search any FNO stocks from the search bar and mark them as favorite. Next is underlying, a detailed page of FNO stocks and tradable index. Here you can find summary, option chain, futures OI built up, which gives you a 15-minute snapshot of price and OI. Using this, you can deduce long built up or short covering, etc. Option summary, future summary, and indices in depth for index. And for a FNO stocks, you have 3 more sections: margin, fundamentals, and financials. Up next is orders, positions, and portfolio, as it is on Dhan web platform. And expanded version of watchlist, a different version here, made specifically for traders with few more data columns. This was a brief walkthrough of Options Trader. As we speak, the platform is live. No subscriptions or platform fees required to access this product. Just go to options-trader.dhan.co and start exploring.
Yeah, thank you, Naman. I hope you all would have loved our new product. So we have 2 special guests with us today to celebrate this special occasion. So we have with us Piyush Chaudhry. So Piyush is a cost accountant and MBA finance by qualification. He has been in markets for over 20 years. So currently he is a super trader and he started his journey in markets in 2008. So he tracks Elliott waves and he also loves to create his own algorithms. We also have Vishal Mehta with us. So Vishal is a certified market technician from US. So Vishal is into markets for almost 20 years now, right? So you know, before we get and deep dive and try to understand more about your experiences and all. So Piyush, आपका पहला reaction क्या है about our product?
So not only about this product, what I have seen is that over the years, what has happened is that for traders, for everything which we had to do to do any strategies, to find any basis to trade, we had to subscribe other products. We had to subscribe external products, build strategies ourselves using Excel or something else. What you have done with this product is that you have brought it all under one roof. You don't have to incur extra costs. Everything, not only is that there, but also there are multiple strategies there, amazing interface with all strategy charts. And I think a trader cannot ask for more.
Okay.
Even if you have to delve into custom strategies, that is also there. So I don't know, you have pretty much taken the entire ocean. So yeah, this is all what we have ever asked.
Yeah, thank you so much.
This is
Thanks for your
amazing.
kind words. Yeah. So Vishal, what's your first thought?
No, I think so. It's a brilliant, tool. I'm always a believer of an ecosystem because as a trader, the first thing that I need is how fast I can build my strategy and how fast I can execute them. And if I'm going to a different product and trying to execute it, it's going to
Correct.
be a
Yeah.
challenge.
Yeah.
If I'm trading and analyzing and executing from the same place,
Yes.
life becomes much simpler. And obviously, the kind of new enhancement that you are bringing on this tool which is phenomenal. So loved it.
Yeah, yeah.
So in fact, when you look through various strategies, you can also check the payoffs. You can check your risk. You can check the payoffs. You can quickly execute. So you can find what is suiting the system most.
Yeah.
So in a very fast manner. So that I think is a takeaway. Is a huge takeaway.
Correct. Super, super. So, experienced people like you have loved this. I'm sure our users would love this too.
I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah. So we will take this further. Piyush, like to understand, how did it all start for you? I believe that, you did not start your journey in markets only through options trading, right?
Right.
So, what was it like? When did you start? In the
So
markets?
I have had a pretty long journey from 2003 in KR Choksi. I joined. KR Choksi was primarily a cash markets kind of a focused broker, investment kind of a focused broker. From there, when I joined MF Motilal Oswal, the options were there, but options were still not a dominant kind of a thing.
Okay.
It was only in 2006 similarly with the stock options as well.
Yeah.
So the clients were far more informed there.
Okay.
So I think from there I started getting into the options market.
Okay. Okay.
It was, in fact, what we saw, that was pretty much the phase one, which I would say of options markets in India. The phase two that practically started was after 2008, 2009, where we saw a huge influx of delta neutral strategies coming up in Mumbai. In fact, TVs was full of stock option calls. And I think from there, primarily till 2016-17, this was the dominant case. And a lot of prop desks got into the options markets during this phase of 8-9 years.
Okay.
Weeklies changed the game completely.
Correct.
What we saw from 2003-4 to 2017 was probably nothing. What was lying ahead. From 2017, when weekly options launched, this was the first time when individuals such as us started thinking that options itself are an enough instrument to make a career as a trader, as a professional trader, be it as an option seller or as an option buyer, because the number of opportunities were far more. You could play with good risk management, good position sizing. The number of instances were far more to create a career out of it. It was only after weeklies were launched.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you have raised a very valid point. पहले क्या होता था कि see, it were only monthly contracts.
Yes.
And option was primarily used as a hedging tool, right?
Or as a
आपका-
directional bet.
As a directional bet.
Yes.
Futures में position है तो चलो hedge कर लेते हैं.
Right.
So rightly said, there have been a lot which has changed after weekly options आने के बाद.
Yes.
So Vishal, you have seen the journey of the markets, right? आज तो exchange turnovers are at lifetime highs. You find more option traders now. You see the volumes are growing every day. Now there are people, there are youngsters who aspire to become full-time traders. How do you analyze this? What do you think is actually has resulted in all this shift?
I think so. जो पीयूष ने जर्नी बताई in terms of how we have evolved after weeklies, but I want to go way back.
Okay.
Not even the option started. There was a market called as Jotha Fatak. Okay, people would not have heard of those terms as well. There
Even
were
I have not
straddles.
Yeah.
There were actually straddles being traded on the Bombay Stock Exchange by a guy called Babubhai Fatak, and people would do out of the exchange trades. Obviously, at that point of time, it was not a what do you call it, is in a proper legit manner.
Yeah.
But people were trading, and if I have traveled the world, and I've realized two things, like in our world, okay, in our world, Indians and the Chinese are the two community which is more, I would say it's more of on a gambling side or on the speculative. Gambling would be the wrong word, speculative side. Okay. क्योंकि वहाँ पे क्या होता है कि अपने को एक जो थी, as you mentioned, options started out as an hedging, but take my words, hardly anybody uses them for their hedging. Most of us use this for our directional bets, for our speculative bets, which is good because we can make so much of money out of it. But as Piyush mentioned, 2017 changed the game. 2020 COVID actually put it into and what we call as a morphine, or it's in a different zone.
Yeah.
And with Fin Nifty coming in, with
Yes.
cross weeklies coming in,
Correct.
the opportunity just ballooned up.
Correct.
And what happened is when you trade options, there are so many opportunities that kind of you can play around with. Are you bullish? Okay, you buy a call option, but you're mildly bullish.
Correct.
Let's do a covered call or do a bull spread, and let's say you are very bullish, but you're worried about the downside. Then you can do advanced strategies like call ratio, back spreads,
Yeah.
something of that sort. So then opportunities just multiplied.
Yes.
And this is how the journey, and I think so. In fact, we were at Indore event, we went to Pune, we went to like out of 400 people, 390 people were trading options.
Options. Yes.
So
yes,
you know
yeah.
what is happening underlying.
So in fact, since 2020, the volumes have gone up, the OIs have gone up 10 times. What we see today on the expiry days, 1 crore OIs of the ATMs used to be 10 lakhs just 3 years ago.
Okay.
And used
That's
to be
true,
just
yeah.
3 lakhs.
Vishal, I'd like to ask you this because आपने काम किया है with all large institutions. You have worked with Bloomberg, you have worked with few other large names. So तब क्या होता था ना, the access to information was very limited. आपको subscription देना है, you have to pay few lakhs just to get access to data.
Exactly.
Yeah. So now that thing has changed. Now that all your tools which you need to analyze any of the data or to trade in options is available. So even on Dhan, you have multiple tools, multiple features available. So how has been your experience on Dhan, and what exactly you like about
I
the
think it's a
features?
brilliant question. So I remember when I was using Bloomberg,
Yeah.
doing a scenario analysis. What
Exactly, yeah.
itself was like, wow, I know if what will happen if the market gaps up by 5% down or gaps up by 5%. You put all your options and then try to do a VAR analysis or what is my worst case scenario.
Correct.
Now that is available to individual trader at a fingertip. That's the game changing moment. And that's why people are aware about their risk.
Correct.
Now they can play on the return now.
Yes.
Okay, once you are aware about the risk. Secondly, I would say, there are a lot of features that have started, when I spoke to Dhan team and they've started
Yeah.
incorporating them. One feature I particularly like because everybody is doing bull call or a short straddle or a short triangles. That's usually the about 60 to 70% of the volume I can make out from the market. But when I looked about ratio spread, it is not very unique.
Yeah.
And as in ratio spread, I can actually take a bet. Then automatically creates the ratios. Say 1:2. Say I want to buy one call and sell two options. But then it gives me 100 strike, 200 strike, 300 strike, 400 strike. It goes to 1,000 strike in
Correct.
Bank Nifty.
Yeah.
So depending on my risk appetite, depending on my view about the market, I don't have to click, 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 click. That is readily available for me. So one click of a button, execute and done. So I can represent my view very fast. Do not miss out on the opportunities that are given to me by the market.
Yeah.
And bang on target and make some money out of it.
Yeah, that's true.
This would otherwise take a complete algo to figure things out, which
Exactly,
you have
yeah.
practically done it on the
Yeah.
interface.
That's true. So in fact,
I would like to highlight this thing about Dhan. So over the last 10 years,
Yeah.
what has happened is that, okay, broking companies which used to be cash market or futures trading companies, idea generation companies, became tech companies. And
Correct.
their
a full-time trader. Okay, so this trend has recently started. So how do you see it? You know, what if somebody actually wants to become a full-time trader, what all things they need to look at? क्या tools उनको चाहिए? So if you can just share that thought with our listeners.
So I think there has been no better moment in the history of Indian stock market to become a trader than it is now. Back in the day, we had terrible precedents like of Harshad Mehta scam and Ketan Parekh scam. Stock markets were looked upon with a lot of there was a condescending
Negativity, yeah.
view to it. People used to call it satta, gambling, whatever.
Yeah.
There was a bad view to it. So nobody could become a trader because of this. There was a social taboo to it.
Correct.
Now, the last few years, the immense information transition that has happened, people have started having faith in it because there's a lot of transparency. Brokers have started giving out information. People can see what is happening. So that this information transition that has happened, the knowledge that has happened through various platforms of conferences, it has built a lot of trust.
Yes.
And that it is a doable thing. It's a mind game. It's probably the most difficult mind game in the world, but it's a mind game, not a satta. So today it is in the reach of a common man.
Yeah.
So, and the tools are there. The brokers are providing the tools. You don't have to literally shell out a lot of money for that.
Yeah.
There are no extra subscriptions. So I think there has not been a better time to become a trader than it is now.
Yeah. Yeah. जस्ट टू ऐड इसमें ना एक और चीज बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले किया है, वो है हमारा रेगुलेटर का विजन.
Exactly.
क्योंकि जितना लेवरेज था मार्केट में,
Yes.
सेबी took a brilliant step of curtailing down all the
Yes.
leverages, and that has really helped.
That has
So
really
now
helped.
if you have no leverage in the market, you can have a better risk return profile.
There are no
right? So-
systemic risks.
Exactly. So we have seen what happened in COVID times. Market crashed, and there was nothing which used to happen in 2008 or 2004,
We
5.
were not afraid of our money.
Exactly. So that's hats off to our regulator. They have done a
true.
brilliant job,
Entirely.
and even to the exchanges and all market infrastructures. They have really taken that in a positive stride, and they have created that ecosystem where even as we are saying, right, एक आदमी चाह रहा है कि अपना जॉब भी छोड़ दे और वो मार्केट में आए. This is only possible because there is a better ecosystem available.
Exactly. It is giving you the leverage.
Exactly. So Vishal, I'd like to come to you. आप इतने टाइम से हो मार्केट में, so there used to be a term called badla, right? So if you want to share your experience and how F&O derivatives में वो कैसे use हुआ.
So जैसे मैंने बताया कि we are talking about straddles now.
Yeah.
Straddles has been there in the form of a Jota Fatak way back also.
Okay.
So this is which era, like 80s, 90s?
90s. 1990s. My father was a broker, so I have seen him trading in the trading ring, trading pits, and open outcry system.
Okay.
When they used to buy Hero Motorcorp, they will never shout out Hero Motorcorp. They will do like this. They know that this is a Hero
हाँ, जैसे
Motorcorp.
आजकल राजधानी भाजपा में होता है.
So they had all this way back. It's just that now we have got systems for it,
Okay.
which is for good. So earlier, right now we are doing futures, right? So what we do, we pay a small margin amount
Okay.
and we carry our position for a month's time, and that too only on the F&O derivative scripts. In those times, you can also do futures, but it was called badla. In terms of if you want to buy say 10 lakh worth of shares, you just pay 1 lakh rupee. Because the settlement cycle, जो अपनी अभी T+2, and we are figuring out to get to T+1,
1, yeah.
was happening as T+15. So that means you can pay a small premium and get your delivery after 15 days.
Okay.
And if you don't want to take a delivery, you pay a small premium more and take it for another 15 days.
Roll over होता है.
You keep on rolling over your futures at that point of time. And the beauty about that is there was a call as Unda Badla as well, where a seller will pay some interest component and deliver the shares after 15 days to you,
Okay.
or maybe after 15 days if he's bearish on the market.
Yeah.
And so that's how the market was always there. Now we have kind of put it into a proper structure, which is good because it brings transparency, it brings legitimacy, and it brings कि हाँ भाई इसको मैं करके पैसा बना सकता हूँ.
Okay.
So those were the good days. Obviously, we have now evolved into a better ways of trading the market.
Yeah.
The markets are far more organized, structured.
Yeah.
The risks are handled well. So true.
Yeah. So everything has a precedent. India and China, these were all large markets, right? So जितने हमारे यहाँ पे innovations हैं, our exchanges are almost 175 years old, right? So
Right.
we already had this derivatives contract still at that point of time.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And I think so, as an Indian, we are innovators.
Correct.
Yeah.
We will
But
figure out a way to do things.
see, look at it from the American point of view. So even US markets took a long time to evolve. So that ways, Indian markets have evolved faster.
Correct.
SEC in 1960s, 1980s, they took a long time to evolve to come to the futures markets, to the options markets. We have evolved much faster.
Yeah.
The technological acceptance and adoption has been much more faster.
True, that's true. So we have adapted to lot of world class technologies, visionary things which no Western markets have done. So just
Right.
take for example that 1993 when NSE decided to get into electronic trading.
Right.
Okay, so तब तो रिंग ट्रेडिंग होता था ना, और इंडिया जैसा इकोनॉमी में थिंकिंग 20 years in advance where वेस्टर्न मार्केट्स वेर स्टिल ऑन द पेड ट्रेडिंग,
Yeah.
हमारे यहाँ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक ट्रेडिंग का एक एक्सचेंज लॉन्च हो गया.
exchange
So
launch.
it shows lot of that leap of faith and confidence which they have.
So Jay, I have a question for
Yeah,
you.
sure.
So I've been in the market for a long. I've seen the ecosystem of the brokers day in
Yeah.
day out. I've seen all the brokers and everything. When I met with your team, PJ, you, and the entire team, I was shocked. How
Okay.
are you able to ship the products day in day out? Because every time I go to a social media profile or I get something on my notification tab, that this week we are launching this.
Yeah.
Next week we are launching that. Next week we are launching with integration with Trading View. Next week we are launching, and I was just speaking to your team member. We are going to have another new announcement coming in the product. How can you do that?
So Vishal, I think PJ would Pravin also mentioned, in his earlier interaction that see we as a company we believe in customer centricity, right? So for us, our customers are everything. So anything we want to design is taking the feedback of a customer or a user, because see we are one of the late entrants into the market, into this space where things have been started, things have टेक्नोलॉजी ड्रिवन हो गया है हर चीज़. तो इम्पॉर्टेंट ये है कि कुछ हम लोग ऐसा नहीं बना के दें यूज़र को एंड यूज़र हैज़ टू अडेप्ट टू इट, रादर वी अडेप्ट टू व्हाट यूजर्स रिक्वायर. सो हमारा टीम वैसा है, वी डू लॉट ऑफ आइटरेशंस, वी इंश्योर दैट जो यूज़र को चाहिए वो हम बना के दें. सो यू रिमेंबर राइट, हमारा मीट एंड ग्रीट इवेंट हुआ फर्स्ट विच वी डिड इन सूरत, राइट? उस समय जो प्रोडक्ट था और आज प्रोडक्ट है, देयर हैव बीन कांस्टेंट iterations, constant updations which has happened. That has only been possible because we heard what our users say. So that's one. Second is we believe that the future of broking has to be a combination of technology or product and a superior customer experience.
Can I stop you there?
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
So I was just going through the video, like
Yeah.
what we about Dhan, and obviously when the PJ today also was
Yes.
speaking about it, there was one interesting thing that I observed. There was a product which has a smaller circle.
Yeah.
Then there was a technology which was a little bigger circle, and then there was a customer experience
Which
which
was
was
a
the
larger
biggest
one,
circle,
yeah.
and then there was Dhan in between.
Yes.
So is it percolating from that vision itself?
Yes, because whatsoever good product you make, whatsoever good technology you use, if it's not useful for your customers, you fail in your objective.
Right.
So whatever we make, our ears are always on the ground. We hear what our users say. We have excellent community. There are criticisms, there are praises which keep on coming on Twitter. We take everything sportingly. We are happy that we have that open forum within our organization also, where everybody who has a voice can come and say कि ये चीज़ आप improve कर सकते हो, ये कर सकते हो. So we take everything and we are shipping it fast on that basis only.
But at this point, I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
Now, you are pretty much the last entrant
Yes.
in the broking industry. Nobody would have thought in 2020, 21, let's start a broking company in India. So because what could you next do? So in the last 10 years, a lot had already happened. A lot of revolution in the markets have already happened. So how did you come to think about it, and what are the unique things that you bring from Dhan to the table?
So Piyush, so what we feel that we have just scratched the surface. The good things happening in the broking industry is yet to happen. So all these years, what used to happen is there used to be product. The customers had no choice. If you go, you have to use those products. That product has not been developed, has not been upgraded. So as I was saying, and now the things have changed. Now your pricing is no longer a determining factor,
Which is
right?
true.
Which is, your pricing has become commoditized. So only way you can create the difference is by creating that superior customer experience. So when we have to do that and using technology, so we have seen this happening in other sides. So you talk about payments. UPI has been a revolution, right? And there are a lot of new things which are in the pipeline from the regulator side, and the whole ecosystem is changing. So there's a lot can happen on the intermediation side. And as I was saying, right, so we have just scratched the surface. There are a lot of things to come, and we feel that इंडिया में जो अवेयरनेस जिस हिसाब से बढ़ रहा है ना, people have started using broking accounts, their demat accounts to invest, to save, to trade. This will only grow from here. We are what, 4-5% of our population. Compare it with other developed markets where 40-50% of the population invest in markets. So if that starts happening in India, we have the multiples can be enormous. That's one. Second is what we are doing on Dhan. So there are few things which is very unique to us. One is on the commodities trading side. We are growing week on week by 50%, in terms of number of transactions happening on Dhan. And that's possible because you only have one account, and through the same account you can trade F&O, equities, you can trade in commodities. Also, the money which you transfer is fungible. After 3:30 or after 5 p.m. when the currency market closes, the same margin exposure you can use for commodities trading. You can, when you pledge your shares, we allow pledging to also for creating buy position in options.
That's
Which
what I
is
love
the-
about.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much, I think you are the only one in there.
Probably, yes, yeah, and you can use your pledge shares also to trade in commodities. That's very unique. One thing which we are doing very differently is instant withdrawal. So we always believe, भैया आपका पैसा है, हमें नहीं रखना है, आपका जब चाहिए आप अपना पैसे लेके जाओ. So that instant withdrawal, our users love it. 3:30 के बाद उनको लगता है कि स्पेयर पैसा पड़ा है, you withdraw it, we transfer that money in few hours to your account. So these are the things which are there, and coming, you'll keep on hearing as we keep on shipping things faster. So there's a lot in the pipeline which you will hear
Excellent.
from us.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, so that's it, and thanks Piyush, thanks
Thank you.
Vishal for
Thank
taking
you,
your time out on a market.
Always pleasure to interact with
yeah.
the team.
Yeah.
Pleasure.